Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Omatosho Victoria, and today's video will be on the Parent and Grandparent Program, which is a PGP. You've seen my previous video on PGP. I talked about how you can sponsor and immigrate your parents or grandparents into Canada. So this video is a continuation or an additional information on to that. So make sure you watch that video. What you need to know about the medical inadmissibility when applying to sponsor your parents or grandparents. Canada has medical admissibility rules that may affect some parents and grandparents sponsorship application. Generally speaking, foreign nationals coming to Canada for more than 6 months must submit an immigration medical exam. This is so that Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada (IRCC) can determine whether newcomers are medically inadmissible. This exam has to be done by a designated panel physician. Canada may consider someone to be medically inadmissible if the applicant falls under one of the following categories: danger to public health, danger to public safety, or excessive demand on health or social services. Public health, public safety, and excessive demand definitions. According to Canadian government webpage, being a danger to public health means that the person has an infectious disease such as tuberculosis, or they have been in close contact with people who have an infectious disease. To make this determination, the officer considers how the disease could affect people who are living in Canada. Also, danger to public safety. A danger to public safety may apply to someone who could be a risk of suddenly becoming incapacitated physically or mentally. It could also apply to someone who has unpredictable or violent behavior. Finally, IRCC may consider applicants inadmissible if their health condition causes an excessive demand on health or social services. A condition may be considered to be excessive demand if the officer determines one of the following: the applicant's health or social services for treatment would affect wait times for services in Canada, or when the services needed to treat their health condition would cost more than the excessive demand cost. IRCC updates the cost threshold every year based on the latest Canadian average. It amounts to about 3 times the average cost for health and social services. In 2021, that sum came up to about 21,798 Canadian dollars per year. If treatment costs less than that, the applicant will not be considered inadmissible under this condition. However, these excessive demand rules do not apply to the following. It does not apply to refugees and their dependents. It does not apply to the protected persons, and it does not apply to some people being sponsored by their families, such as children and spouses of common law partners. There is also a procedural fairness letter. If IRCC determines that an applicant is medically inadmissible, the officer has to send you a procedural fairness letter explaining the reason why. Applicants, however, have an opportunity to respond to this letter before IRCC makes a final decision on the application. IRCC accepts the following evidence: evidence of receiving treatment to cure or improve the health condition, the kind of medication and services needed, specifically if a doctor has changed the prescription, the cost of your medications or services. An applicant gets 90 days to submit new information, starting from the date of the letter. If they cannot respond before then, they may request an extension from IRCC. Candidates whose condition falls under the excessive demand category may be invited to include a mitigation plan in the response to the procedural fairness letter. The officer will want you to demonstrate that you can support your medical expenses, such as an employer-based medical insurance plan or a private long-term care facility. I believe this video has been helpful on how you can sponsor your parents or your grandparents and the eligibility requirements under them. And for those categorized as excessive demand, you have to prove to the officer that you can support their medical expenses, such as a medical insurance plan or a private long-term care facility. If you have any questions or inquiry on how you can go about this sponsorship, contact Eleos Group International on www.eleosgoldenheritage.com or info@eleosgoldenheritage.com. The address to our office is displayed on the screen. this message could be helpful to someone out there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can get more educative content on Canadian immigration. Thank you very much. Bye.